SATSANG here. Actually, father was supposed to be here to talk to you. You all know Rajvinder Singh father, right? So he was supposed to be here to speak to all of you, but he got held up and he cannot make it. So I've been asked to say a few words. I'm going to speak to you not as a kathakar. I'm not going to speak to you as a person who sits on stage and gives vyakhya and advices and so on. I'm going to speak to you as one of you. I understand that this is a Naujuan Satsang program, and the way I see it, you guys have gone really far ahead of what we want to achieve back in Seremban. In Seremban, we are just starting at the embryonic stage right now to get youths together, and we thank Veer Jagdev, who has also moved back to Seremban. So with his help, we are trying a similar approach, and hopefully we can replicate the success that KLANG has achieved with its youths. So one thing is wadaya to the youths of KLANG for having such a powerful force that is bringing the Panth together and moving forward ahead. And with your blessings, perhaps we can achieve that too. So maybe I'll just say a few words as a fellow Sangat with you, not as a kathakar or person who gives vyakhya and so on. So one thing, we are witnessing what is happening in Punjab right now. So it's really horrendous to witness the things that are happening. It's really the height of culture, I would say. Maybe it's just a prelude of worse things to come. But we have to really turn to the greatest force of all to carry us forward. We have with us the highest concentration of godliness with us. We have the gateway to Sachkhand, as you call it. We have the domain to tap upon. We have God Himself with us in the form of Shabad Guru, Tan Tan Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji with us. So in this age of Kaljug, and with Maya and her 5 armies constantly waiting to attack us and constantly scheming and devising strategies and ways to rob us from the good deeds that we collect and the Naam and Simran that we gather, the Kamai that we try to collect and bring along with us. There you have Maya willing, waiting and unleashing every time one of her 5 armies to rob all these deeds from us. And who shall we turn to for guidance and protection? None other than Tan Tan Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. It's interesting that the Shabad Guru, we see that it came to Roy, it came to our first Guru, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And when he was asked, when he went up to the Himalayas by the Rishis, this is all contained in the Shit Ghosh, and he was asked, Kavan Guru Jiska Tu Chela? And he answered that, Shabad Guru, Surta Tu Chela. He said Shabad Guru. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji got his Guruship from Shabad. And we went through the 10 Gurus in physical form. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he returned the Guruship back to the Shabad Guru, which is Tan Tan Sahib Sri Guru Maharaj here, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And so we turn to this force to carry us through, especially this difficult time that we are facing as a Panth throughout the world. What we're witnessing in Punjab is undescribable. So that's why we are all together as one, doing our part, doing our choppy side together, so that we can lift the Panth together globally. Yeah, so I'm just looking at some of the Gurbani Tukka here. When I say we turn to Sri Guru Maharaj, what do we ask for? It's a question. Do we ask for material gains. There's nothing wrong in asking for material gains, but we should ask for things that would take us across, if you are looking at foresight, things that will take us across to the next dimension as well after we leave this world. So we ask for Nam. In this Kaljug era, it has been written many times that the thing that will carry us across, there are 4 Joga, and when we are in Kaljug, Nam. In Gurbani it is said, Main kya mangu, Tichathirna Rahai. And what's the next line? We all know, we ask for Nam. And also it is said that Binatuduhurje Mangana, Serdukhan Hiduk. De Nam Santokhya Putre Manikipuk. So we ask for Nam. And with Nam, everything else is resolved. Ye look, Sohele Perluk, forgive me for my lack of command in Gurbani, but normally I read the English translations and I try to collect the messages as much as I can. Ye look Sukhe Perluk Sohele. So with Nam, everything else I believe will be resolved in this world and the next as well. So let us, when we stand before Guru Maharaj, when we pray, besides asking all the other things, I'm saying there's nothing wrong in asking for materialistic gains if you want, but above that, we should also ask for Nam, because I believe that it will carry us forward and resolve all our other affairs as well. I think it all boils down to faith. When we have the faith which is unshakable and we put the Pura Parosa in Sri Guru Maharaj, then we will be delivered. There's no doubt about it. We hear so many stories of people who place their faith in Guru Maharaj and he always comes through. I've heard the story of this lady in Penang, and she was suffering from a major illness, and they warned her not to take anything oily, but she had the full faith in Guru Maharaj, especially when she takes the deg. So whenever she went to ask for deg, she asked for a lot of deg instead of asking swaya. And while taking the deg every day, going to the Gurdwara and consuming the deg, after a period of time, her illness got completely cured because of her faith. Deg is something so amazing and so special that if you look at history, how deg appeared to us Sikhs, it's amazing. But what do we do when we are served deg? We say, Swayaji, give us very little. Little do we realize that when the deg go into our body, at the cellular level, it repairs everything that is ill in you. Deg has the power, because it's the prasad of the Guru. How can something that has been blessed by Tantan Sahib Sri Guru Maharaj through the power of Ardas be harmful to you? It cannot be harmful to you. It can only cure you, heal you. That's the power of deg. When I was mentioning just now, when first time Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to the Himalayas and he met the Maharishis who were sitting there, when they saw him, they transformed themselves into hundreds and years old people physically, and they got engaged in this very high level discussion. But then they also asked him that we haven't eaten for a long time, give us something to eat. And that's when he did a ardas, and when he lifted the cloth, deg was there, and he served them deg. And deg is so unique that even the baby can eat deg, and even a very old person without teeth can also eat deg. So I would urge you, when you are served deg, don't just eat it, cherish it, savor it, because that's the power of deg. There's also the other time when Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he went to Baghdad, if I'm not mistaken, and in Baghdad, he sat down and he started doing his Japji Sahib. And at that time, a Muslim guy was passing by and he heard Guru Nanak Dev Ji doing Japji Sahib, and he heard those particular lines at that moment, Patala, Patala, Kagasa, Agas. And he greeted after that he greeted Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji greeted him back. And he went back to the local leader of that place, which is the Dastagir, and he told him that, look, there is a man in this place, a visitor who has come here, and he has violated 3 rules of Islam. The first being that when I greeted him, Assalamu alaikum, he didn't reply me, Walaikum salam, he said something else. The second is he was playing music, which is against in Islam to play music. And the third being, he said, Patala patal lakagasa agas, saying that there are countless planets and countless universes, but in Islam, I think it's only 9 that they mention. So he said, Nabi only mentioned 9. And so the Dastagir said, gather your men and go and stone him to death. But that's what he did. He went out, he collected the town folks, and he went there, and they all went there to stone Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Bhai Mardana, who was sitting under the tree. They wanted to stone him to death. And when they lifted their hands to throw the stone at him, now in the books there are 2 versions. One version says that when they threw the stones turned into flowers and showered Guru Nanak Dev Ji with flowers. But there's another book which says that their hands just froze in the air. Regardless of that, but the thing is that when they came and they saw the power of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji then stood up and recited the Bang in his own version, and they all became like so tamed, and they sat down, and they were became so docile and listening to Guru Nanak Dev Ji's speech. And this guy, when he saw this happening, he went back to the Dastagir and said, the tables have turned. I took the man there to stone him to death, but they're all sitting down and listening to his sermon. So the Dastagir said, hang on a second, let me go myself and see what's going on. And at that time, he had his 4-year-old son, and he brought the son along. And when he went there, he saw Guru Nanak Dev Ji sitting under the tree, and he says, I have accusations against you. When you were greeted, Assalamu alaikum, why did you say, if I'm not mistaken, the book writes Salam Alik. Why did you say that? He said, it's because my salutation is directly to God. So okay, fair enough. Second offense, why were you playing music? It's against Islam to play music. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that you have reduced music to the whorehouses and the unholy places. But in actual fact, I tell you that through music you can attain God. You can lift your soul to the highest level with music. And he says, okay, the third accusation against you is that you said that there are countless universes and countless planets and galaxies, but according to our Nabi, there were only 9. And he says, your Nabi isn't wrong. He is right according to how far he has gone himself. He has gone that far, he has seen that much, so he is telling you that much. But I tell you there is more. Our God is boundless, infinite. There's so much more. And he says, alright, but I can't just take your word for it. If you say it like that, prove it. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, I can prove it to you if you give me among you a mind which has not been polluted, or a mind which has not been indoctrinated. An innocent, pure mind among you. And he said, take my son. My son is 4 years old. I believe he should be still pure. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, fine. He grabbed hold, he held the hand of the boy, and it seems they disappeared. What seems like a few seconds, but in the few seconds, apparently Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave the boy a grand tour of all the galaxies and the universes, and they went to so many different realms. And through one of that area, there was a SATSANG that was going on, and they were serving what? Deg. They were serving deg in one of the places in the SATSANG. And the boy said he wanted some. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, go ahead, go and get some for yourself. And the boy went and asked for deg, and he took the deg. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji took him more places. They went through the astral travel or the cosmic travel or whatever you call it, until the boy grew tired. He says, you know what, stop, I can't take it anymore. It's just too much to explore, too much to see. I can't take it. Can you just take me back home now? I said, fine. And then they appeared again. And when they reappeared in the whole scene that was playing out earlier, the boy started talking everything he had seen, where he had been, and he started telling his father, I went here, I went there, there's this planet, there's this universe, there's this galaxy and everything. And then when he opened his hands, the date was in his hands. So that gave evidence, physical evidence as well. And so that's the point when the Dastagir was taken back. Basically, he just got blown away. And I was just sharing because the topic of Deg also came, so that's why I was sharing that. From there, what happened next is actually the story is quite long, because Dastagir will then invite Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Mardana to his house, and when they go to their house, and then there's another high-level discussion that happens about God. The way that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was explaining how you see milk, you don't see the dahi, you have to work, you have to churn the milk until you get the dahi, you know, but that's a very long story. So I think it will take too much time if I go into that. But my point is, I can't begin to tell you how powerful and how great is the gift that our gurus have given us. The Shabad Guru in the form of Tantan Sahib, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and to see the things that are being done in Punjab to our living Guru, it just breaks our hearts. So it is time for all of us to pray. We are sitting very far here, but we can send prayers, because prayers, they are not bound by time and space. They are not bound by the element of time and space. The moment you say a prayer, instantly the prayer reaches the intended source, from the source to the intended target. So what I would urge you is be very disciplined with your 8 o'clock every day to do your chopi side part, and if you can do one, that's fantastic. If you can do more, go for it. And constantly in your morning prayers or other times, keep sending your prayers to our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, our children in Punjab, so that they can also go through this difficult time. And we are also organizing, the Panth in Malaysia is also organizing the demonstration, the peaceful protest in the Indian Embassy on Tuesday. So for those of you who can make it, I understand there's a bus also leaving from here. So yes, there's a bus also going from here. So make full opportunity of that. I think I'm not the right person to talk to you too long, because you'd rather hear the beautiful kirtan by Bhai Rajvinder. So I'll just shut up now.